All right, good morning. Physics Thursday 114 and for Friday 115. I'm going to go ahead and go over the equations for period and frequency and then look at the wave equation. All right, and then the assignments here again is meant for Thursday and Friday. Should be turned in on Tuesday. Remember, there is no school on Monday. All right, so from the notes, we had looked at the period. So again, the period is represented by a capital T. And again, that is a unit of time. So your unit would be in seconds there. Then you have F, which is for frequency. And that unit is going to be in hertz. And you just use capital H and little z as the unit for that when you're referring to frequency in hertz. All right, the big thing to realize about these two equations is they are inverses of one another. So again, when you're looking at the period, it means 1 over the frequency. And then again, vice versa, you've got frequency would equal 1 over t. Right, so those are simple enough. So you've got a couple of questions, 1 through 9, that you can go ahead and answer. And again, those at home, once I post it, just import it into Cami and send it back to me when you are done. Now, let's go ahead and look at the wave equation. And again, you had this in your notes. And looking at wave, so we're going to look at wave length. And since we're talking about length, clearly the unit is going to be in meters. All right, so for setting this up, really what you have, the symbol for this here, this is, I believe, delta, isn't it? Yeah, I think it's delta. I'll have to check on that. So that's going to be the unit there. F, clearly, again, is frequency. And again, you're looking at hertz. And then the last is velocity. Again, we always sometimes use that word interchangeably and looking at meters per second. Right? So those are the components of the wavelength equation. Now let's go ahead and set that up. So it's going to look like this. I'm going to put it in your triangle. So really what you have is the wavelength is going to be the velocity divided by the frequency. So once you have this set up, and again, they have it right on the paper as this. But again, if you want to rework it, put it in your triangle. That way, if you're solving for any of those, you have that handy. One other note too, one other way to think of this. No, we'll just leave it at that. So that's all you really need to go ahead and complete the wavelength part. Again, some of the questions are having you actually dissect and then dissect a wave and then actually constructing a wave. If you look at question 2A and 2B, you're given the amplitude, different amplitudes, so you're going to actually build a wave there, and then you're answering or you're going to solve for the rest problems. So again, not that difficult, simple equations. Just go ahead and knock those out. When we come back on Tuesday, we're going to look at Hooke's law. All right, thank you, and have a great couple of